to San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino for Fight Night in America, only on Fox Sports Net. Presented by the Empire Sports and Entertainment, DLA Entertainment, in association with San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. The judges at ringside, Kermit Bayless, Raul Kais, and Jonathan Davis. And the referee in charge of all the action, Jack Reese. And now, San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino, let's get busy. It's time for the main event, 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red, white, and blue trunks. He comes in with a professional record, 45 wins, 29 by knockout, against only 14 defeats. He weighed in at 216 pounds from Topeka, Kansas. Give it up for dangerous Damon Reed. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green trunks, with an impressive win total, 72 victories, 44 by knockout. He's only lost 6 times with 3 draws. Fighting out of Sherman Oaks, California. Boxing fans know him around the world. He is the former middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and cruiserweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the IBA heavyweight champion of the world, James Lights Out Toney.
And the referee in this fight is Tony Krebs, and he will call the fighters to the center of the ring.
Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back and wait for the bell. Good luck.
Tail of the tape, and Vinny, it took a lot of tape.
And Damon Reed has the advantage just about everybody all across the board there, except in the record. But of course, James Toney cannot be defined by numbers. He is something else.
At 257, he has only been this heavy one other time in his boxing career. But I'll tell you what, he may not win a beauty contest, but when it comes to style, he just knows how to fight.
James Nathaniel Toney, he's every bit of that. And the thing with him is, boy, he understands angles. He's trained out there at the Crunk Gym by the great trainers like Bill Miller, Eddie Cotton. That's when they had Hilmer Kenty over there. They had Mickey Goodwin, Tommy Hearns. A great environment there that Emmanuel Stewart built up. And he really learned his craft. He also learned it out there on the street, like I said, on Cass Street, out there where the Mayweathers and Tony Tucker grew up at. So in his fighting environment has been his whole life, and he's comfortable here.
Tough neighborhood. Now for Reed, what he wants to do, needless to say, stay out of harm's way. You can't really take the fight to James Toney.
You know, he said he felt great. He said he's going to come right at Toney, which I didn't think that was going to be the right recipe. But he says he can move around. He says he's in great shape, the best shape of the 19 years that he's been in the gym. He says he's a gym rat, so he loves to train. But again, this is a different animal right here.
Well, that's the thing. And Toney won't let a guy run because he cuts the ring off so well.
And he also, he's just so hard to hit as James Toney.
Yeah, you wouldn't think a guy that big would be hard to hit, but your point is absolutely well taken.
See the way he turned that shoulder right there? And then he rolls with it, has the hands always around that area where he can protect himself. And right now, he's just biding his time, just setting up Damon Reed, letting Damon Reed move around until he gets his shot.
Well, at some point, Damon Reed's going to have to come to him. There he came off the ropes. Damon Reed unable to do any business thus far in this fight.
And, you know, we did get the clarification also from James Toney about MMA. He said he's very interested in continuing with that.
Yeah.
So Rampage Jackson has called him out. He says he's welcoming that challenge.
Well, we talked to him about boxing, too, and he said, I'm not going to retire until I've unified the heavyweight championship. Now, that could fall into the category of wishful thinking, but with James Toney, I'm never going to say no.
And he said at 42, he's just getting started, Barry. In fact, he commented about you. He said, you're not getting any older.
No, you're right.
Just like me.
And he's absolutely right.
He said, Neither one of us are getting any older, Barry.
First fight I did of his 22 years ago.
What did he weigh?
He was a middleweight. Well, he weighed 161 for that fight.
And you look at the losses. When there was one loss to Drake Dotsie, that was also when he had all kinds of trouble making weight. The 39-year-old Reed has moved and moved and moved.
Unable to really launch anything now. And just by virtue of the little that he did do here, Toney is going to win this round. Toney really hasn't thrown a punch with intent yet. Round two just underway. James Toney in the green trunks and Damon Reed in the red, white, and blue stripes.
And listening in the corner of Toney, this is his first fight with Buddy McGirt as his trainer, training down at the gym that Buddy McGirt has on Olympic and Bundy in Los Angeles. And the instructions there was to work the jab, work the jab.
Buddy McGirt, another guy who has made the transition from outstanding boxer to outstanding trainer.
Now, Toney says he's been training for 4.5 months for this fight.
Did he say on and off?
And again, that's a very ambitious goal that he's got, to unify all the titles. And he's got some special names for the Klitschko brothers. And also David Haye.
Well, David Reed actually fought David Haye. Got stopped by him. He said he was the biggest puncher he'd ever faced.
David Reed, who's been around the world as a boxer, now spending a lot of time training fighters back in Topeka, Kansas.
There's a jab from Damon Reed.
Yeah, but you can just tell Toney's just planting that trap. You know, just planting that trap.
Well, that's the thing about Toney. You know, Toney does all those little things that I think you have to be around the sport a little bit. He almost slipped there. Have to be around the sport a bit to notice.
And now he's starting to work that jab that Buddy McGirt asked him to go ahead and start working.
Getting a little more in the punching range, too.
Really dug that right hand to the body of Reed.
You know, and the thing about Toney, too, is that, you know, you may think he's going slow and moving kind of slow and not on his toes because of age. He fought that way when he was a middleweight 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's been his whole style throughout that. But again, what I always marvel, you see his personality, and that's a, you know, very aggressive guy, says what, you know, what's on his mind, things like that. But yeah, the best thing that he does in the ring is that defensive skills that he has, being able to roll, being able to go ahead and give you the difficult angles to hit all those little things that you talked about, Barry.
That's absolutely right. He's a very interesting guy, James Toney. I mean, in and out of the ring. Damon Reed, on the other hand, kind of an entrepreneur. He owns a couple of sports bars, owns a gym, I believe, in Topeka.
Yeah, he seems he's done very well for himself and the notoriety that he's gotten through boxing.
Coming to the end of the second round, and again, Toney kind of winning by default. We're coming back. Don't go away. This is round three. James Toney and Damon Reed, our main event. Toney comes out with a little more intent in this third round.
Well, Buddy McGirt told me, no, he's not going to come to you. You're going to have to go get him. I know you're trying to plant the bait for him to go ahead and come on in, but no, just work behind that jab. Stick, and then throw that right hand to the body and you'll break him down.
Well, I think he's thinking that Damon Reed might fight the same fight he fought against Hasim Rahman. He stayed away from him very much like he is now for the first 5 rounds. Then he finally figured, if I want to win, I got to come after him. He went after him in the 6th round, got knocked out. It was a left hand from Reed, his best punch of the fight. And of course, Toney trying to encourage him to fight. There's a good right hand to the head by Toney.
And he's starting to walk him in, trying to walk him in.
He backs off, trying to lure Reed in.
And this is the same type of thing that Damon Reed did against Hasim Rahman. Until finally, you know, the legs started to go after that. And then 6th round, was when Hasim Lockman finally caught him. And look at James. I mean, he's not even breathing. I mean, this is his comfort level. And a lot of things in boxing varies that nervous energy. A lot of boxers use up 40% of their energy in nervous energy. This man, this is his comfort level.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No nerves from James Toney.
Right, James?
I can't help it that Damon Reed looks something like a young Jack Nicklaus.
He does.
Kind of backhanded jab. Toney says, come on, fight. Good quick right hand by Toney.
Watch your head.
And you can see the trap right here that Toney's starting to plant. You know, give Damon a little self-confidence.
Keep him up, James.
Damon Reed, on the other hand, throws out one jab, and that's see right there. He thinks now he can reach him with that jab, but Damon's got to keep doing that.
That's where Toney wants him, needless to say. On the
Exactly.
Work out there. Stop punch. Step back. Don't push.
Now, Reed says he never has been in better shape for a fight than he is for this fight. He, by his own admission, blew up to fight Hasim Lockman. He was 238 when he fought him. No real punishment in this fight, but Toney, on my card at least, is winning every round just by the fact that he's doing something and Reed is doing very little.
Time.